All right. What is going on, all you Hollow Table heroes? This is your boy Itachi, and this is our Imperial Military Podcast Show, better known as IMPS. And today marks a very special day for us. We are officially 1 year in, pretty much. I guess tomorrow is officially 1 year. Yeah, 1 year in on
Happy anniversary.
Right?
I didn't get you anything.
I didn't get you anything either.
I'm so sorry. I forgot. Please forgive me.
Oh, it's okay. As long as you forgive me. So welcome, guys. 1 year is in the books on these IMPS accounts.
And we can call it today. It's a leap year. All right. That's
Yeah.
a bonus day.
It is. So, I had the pleasure of being able to go through with my good friend here, who also happens to be my guildmate. Literally pretty much lives down the street from me. I get to see him on a pretty regular basis. Did the surprise birthday party for my fiance, birthday day, really, which was awesome. But my good friend here, Evo.
Yeah. I have been thinking about that food like nonstop since that day. So talking about ruined Chinese food for somebody, man. Ugh. I tried to get something something that sounded like it at a local restaurant. Oh my god, it almost made me sick. Ugh.
It's not the same. Like, once you go to that place,
No.
you just you can't go back.
No.
You can't go back. All right, guys, so we're going to be going over our IMPS accounts as we normally do on Tuesday. We've been doing this for a whole year now, like every Tuesday, which is crazy, man. It's crazy. It's nuts. And all free to play. $0 spent on these accounts. And so we're going to show you guys what the progress looks for after 1 year on a free to play account, where you could potentially be, and what you could have, relics and stuff like that. They're very, very attainable within a year. Obviously, since the hyperdrive has come out, you can accelerate some of this stuff. So I don't think it's going to take people a year. I just relicked Jolie Bindo last night live on the stream on the hyperdrive bundle account. So I was like 14 weeks in, and already got a relic character, which is pretty awesome. But we're here to talk about imps, and so we'll get into that right after this. All right, and welcome to the Imperial Military Podcast Show, better known as IMPS, ladies and gentlemen. And here we have my account, IMPS Itachi. Arena rank 216, which is better than last week, actually. And I got Bears to gear 12, finally, which has actually helped out quite a bit. I did try Yoda in this team for a little bit, replace Bears with Yoda for a little bit. They were the same gear tier. And it's just not the same. It's just not the same. Bears definitely holds up for some better survivability for the team. I will say that. Fleet ranks, man, my fleet ranks, I have been dipping, and I've kind of fleets kind of went to the wayside for me just a little bit over the past month. I haven't really been able to get in and really go in and climb. Honestly, the time change messed me up on this account, because now I have 3 accounts all during the same time for payouts, and one of those are my main account. So it's just kind of like throwing me off a little bit, and I've dropped drastically, and fleets haven't been able to stay top 20, top 10 like I used to, because I'm not climbing as much. Grand Arena is getting challenging. I will say that it's definitely getting challenging. As you all have seen on the live streams here recently, it's definitely getting more challenging for this account. We'll go over that here in a little bit. If you look at GP, my overall GP, Galactic Power, if you're unfamiliar with it, is 1.5 million, pretty much. And so 834,000 of that is coming from my characters. 738 of that is coming from my ships. It's actually quite a bit for ships. So let's jump into our characters here. What I'm currently working on, what I'm farming, what I'm trying to get done here on the account. Obviously, as you saw, G-Rev Galactic Republic aren't my main characters right now. They are my arena team, Padme led. So we got Padme and General Kenobi, both still at Relic 3. Haven't really worked on their relics that much yet. I really need to get them to Relic 5 is what I need to do. Trying to get Jedi Knight Anakin to relics, to gear 13 really. Just got this last piece here, guys. 18 out of 50, so hopefully by the end of the week I'll have Jedi Knight Anakin at gear 13 and starting to work on his relics as well. And then after that we'll be moving over to Ahsoka Tano to relic her as well, as she is very critical to this team herself. As far as farms right now, I'm finishing off my bounty hunter farm, and then I can work on gear and things like that, so we go in 7-star Chewbacca. But I'm finishing off my bounty hunter farm with Bosk, so I'm at 14 out of 100 shards to get him to 7 stars, and then we'll just be working on gear for the rest of these guys. So you see Boba Fett is up here favorited right now. I was working on his gear, working on his mods, so that stuff's starting to come together. All of his abilities are maxed out. Now what I'm really truly working on right now are Ewoks. One thing that I've noticed with Padme team, Barriss does make this team very, very viable over an arena. However, I do tend to have issues with Jedi Knight Revan. Now, I have not tried yet to actually remod Padme herself for speed, which I'm seeing is actually how people get through Jedi Knight Revan, is modding her for speed. Now, I don't want to do that because if you look at the rest of her matchups against Gas, against Darth Revan and Darth Malak, you actually don't want her to have a whole bunch of speed. You more so want that health and things like that. So I know Evo and I were going through and looking at some of this stuff last week or this weekend, maybe it was, but looking for getting these good health secondaries. Sometimes you can find them with double health in here, health and health percent. And so I kind of went back through, remodded her to try to get a really, really high health here for her. So didn't get any secondaries in this particular one. I didn't have a health with a health percent primary stat with health and secondary. And this speed mod is probably going to change if I can find a good health mod to put in there. So right now we have 2 health secondaries in it as at the time being. And so that's really want to mod her really as you climb an arena. If we're going against Darth Revan and Darth Malak and things like that, you actually don't want her to be super fast. So the Ewoks, C-3PO is going to be big for this team, for Padme team. So I've been working on my Ewoks. Chief Trooper's at 7 stars. Ewok Elder is at 29 out of 100, close to 7 stars. Pablo Escobar is at 7 stars. Wicket is only at 5 stars, almost at 6. Logre is at 5, and he finally started showing up for me again over here. I'll show you guys here in the guild store. So I finally got to see him quite a bit the past couple of days. Hopefully it continues, so I can get him that star count. So Wicket is actually a hard node farm along with Bosk for me. And then I've got Droideka here. Is another one of my hard node farms. Those are my 3. I have a 4th one, which is a ship node, which I'll talk about a little bit later. And then over in ships, we're getting Carthanasi right there. So he's at 58 out of 100, so getting close to that 7 stars. And then B1 Battle Droid is ready to be activated, but this is also in Fleet's 5B hard. And is at 165 out of 25, so he can be activated at 5 stars. As you can see, I don't have my Separatist droids activated yet. I'm not going to activate them anytime soon. They need to get to 7 stars first before I start activating them and putting gear on them. So let's go through the account, guys, and show you guys what we got. So the 501st, You guys recommended that I started working on my clones here because they were activated, and so I have. Ahsoka Tano obviously is at gear 12, working on gear 13. But you'll see here I started putting mods on them. Nope, don't want to do that. And starting to put gear on them. So I'm gonna have to farm their gear here this week as we don't have Grand Arena, so I can continue to gear them up, work on their mods, leveling them up at least. Probably not going to be slicing them. I may. I got to finish off Boba Fett first with slicing mods. And then we got Rex here as well. So I took them all up to 85, put a couple of mods on them. I got to put a few more. And then started actually leveling them. Fives is at 7 stars. Echo is 20 shards away from being at 7 stars. Rex is actually behind. Not quite at 6 stars yet. So we're working on those guys a little bit at a time here. Moving on to bounty hunters. Bounty hunters, like I said, these guys, we're gonna be working on gear very, very soon here, because most of these guys are 7 stars. So Bosk is at 6 stars. He's my last bounty hunter for me to really work on right now. So I'll be working on Bosk, Boba Fett, Jango Fett, Dengar, and Greedo is actually the preferred team that I like to use for Grand Arena on defense. I haven't done anything else with the rest of the clone troopers really. I probably could do some more with Clone Sergeant so I can have a full team. I'll be looking into that throughout the rest of this week. So Empire, haven't done much here. I keep talking about going in and really looking at these troopers, but I can't add another thing to my plate right now as far as when it comes to farming gear. I'm doing Ewoks right now. I'm working on clones, and then I'm working on gear 13 for Padme, and that's about all I really want to work on because of being free to play. I'm not just buying crystals, and so that currency is actually very, very precious right now. I'm not getting a lot of it, but I need a lot of different pieces of gear, and so I have to strategically work on certain particular characters. So right now it's Ewoks. I need C3PO even at 5 stars. If I can get him to gear 11, doubled Zeta, which I will have an opportunity to do. I've got 32 Zeta mats actually saved up. And so with the 3 Zeta challenges by Monday and being able to farm 2 of these out of fleets, I should be able to get to 40 Zeta mats, which would allow me to place both Zetas on C3PO and have him ready to go for Grand Arena, which is actually pretty big. So I haven't gotten a chance to actually work on my Empire because of that. In Imperial Troopers, which we'll get to their tag here in a little bit. Walk-ins. They're starting to do a little bit of walking, right? They just kind of started getting up and crawling and stuff like that. Ewok Elder is standing completely upright at this point at gear 11. Almost has his full stride going. We got to get mods on these guys. But I'm starting to farm this gear and get these guys rolling so I can at least 5-star that event, which I should be able to do. I feel comfortable around gear 9-ish. If I can get these guys about gear 9, we should be good to take and actually do that. So you can see they're coming along. Wicket's at gear 7. We got to get them to gear 8. And then I can work on their abilities and things like that. I wanted to get the gear on them first. So not using Scout. And there's Low Gray. So I started doing that stuff. Took them all up to level 85. And so yeah, I've been working on that. Already placed the Zeta on Chief Chirpa. So his abilities are actually maxed. Just got to get gear on these guys. The First Order. No one's really bowing to them right now. We're a long way from Supreme Leader Kylo we're in. And actually, I think this is what I'm going to be working towards potentially over the next year. What is going on AR movie trailers is looking into Supreme Kylo Ren. Not as impressive as Rey, but honestly, you need First Order anyways for Rey's event. So to be able to get BB-8 at 7 stars. So might as well take them through, gear them, relic them, have them for Grand Arena, get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and continue on from there. I've already talked about my reasoning for doing this outside of BB-8. The characters are a little easier to get for the First Order. They're going to have their ships, and getting General Hux's Finalizer is going to be easier with First Order than it is to get Amilyn Holdo's capital ship. So that is why I'm going for crew first, or Supreme Leader Kylo, I should say, is because of those reasons. And I'm much farther ahead as far as First Order is concerned, as opposed to the Resistance. G-Rep Galactic Republic. Everything looks great. Thanks, man. I'm glad it does. Is there music playing there? Yeah, it is. Okay. G-Rep. So like I said, I'm working on those clones. I need to start really working on R2-D2. I completely forgot about that. Here's Shock T. So I'm probably going to go ahead and take her up to 3 stars and start working on her as well. So I don't have to actually do too much with Clone Sergeant. I'd much rather gear and spend energy and time into Shock T at this moment. For that team, be a good offensive team to use over in Grand Arena. So that'll be nice. That'll actually be nice. You know, maybe we take Ahsoka Tano out of this team, depending on who we're playing against. Put C-3PO, put Ahsoka over here with Shock T and these clones, and we got a good thing going. Always enjoy watching the streams. I'm glad to hear that, AR Movie Trailers. Keep up the great work. Thank you. You keep up the great work, man. Geos. So there we got Sunfac Relict. Also, for Relicing Yoda, I should only go up to 5 and then move on. Yes, that's what I would do. I go up to 5, move on. 6 and 7 are big jumps. Require a lot of gear, and I would say with where you're at in your account, AR, you don't want to be converting that gear into materials for relics right now. So Geos, I do need to actually seriously look at putting more gear on Brood Alpha and Poggle, and probably getting these guys up to gear 13, to be honest with you. This team is a beast on defense, by far. I really like this team. It's been great for me over in fleets as well. But taking these guys to gear 13 to the next level is going to be really big. I kind of just geared them out to be able to get Padme 7 stars, and I kind of stopped for the most part. Sunfac got to gear 13 because I happened to have the pieces to do it. That's the only reason why he's gear 13. And so I need to start taking a look at these glowing pieces that pop up to get these guys kind of capped off here. Imperial Troopers. No, really, I really enjoy your dreams. I'm pretty sure that meant to say streams. They help me a lot. Keep up the great work. Thanks, AR Movie Trailers. I'm glad we can be helpful. Always like to be helpful. Was the whole point of doing this channel on YouTube, was to be helpful for people, whether it's from my frustrations and mistakes that I make in Grand Arena to getting to talk about how we do free to play and how to really set up your account for success. As much as possible to the best of my knowledge, and I'm glad I can be helpful. So here's my Imperial Troopers. I could really get these guys rolling. I mean, Colonel Stark is 7 stars, Magma Trooper 7 stars, Veers is 6 stars, Range Trooper 7 stars, Snow Trooper 7 stars. So I actually have a Imperial Trooper team that I don't have geared, and I haven't really worked on their abilities. So these guys just keep getting pushed back. I keep working on something else. Darth Asta, what's going on, man? And that's why these guys are looking as sad as they are, even though they could look probably much better. Jedi. So Jedi, obviously Kenobi is Relic 3 because he's part of that Padme team. And Anakin's about to become relicked. Once we finish relicking out, for the most part, for the exception of Barriss, my Padme team, I'll move on to Jedi. Jedi Knight Revan only needs 2 pieces. I'll get Grandmaster Yoda up to gear 12. Hermit Yoda up to gear 12. Jolie is one piece away from gear 12. Basilisk Sean needs to go to gear 12. So we're very close. We're right there on the edge, and that's actually my team: Jedi Knight Revan, Grandmaster Yoda, Hermit Yoda, Basilisk Sean, and Jolie Bindo that I actually use. So getting those guys up is going to help out a lot to gear at least gear 12, and then working on gear 13. They'd be my next gear 13 team that I'd really work on. Night Sisters. Old Daka's maxed out. As far as star count is concerned, haven't really worked on these guys. Starting to hit Asajj up, but that's about it. She's actually my farm over in squad. The squad store. I'll show you guys that because I've already grabbed all those for the day. Old Republic. Where is Evo at? He's here.
I'm right here, man. Trying to play with some mods over here, trying to make my Darth Revan a little bit faster on my main account.
So Old Republic hasn't moved much. Like I said, we're going to star count for Karth. But outside of that, I won't be doing too much here. Like I said, I'm kind of headed straight towards gas. I know Eva's going to be going for Darth Revan. And this is where our accounts kind of split. So I'm going to be going towards gas. I know Eva's, like I said, is going to be going towards Darth Revan. I'll let him talk about that a little bit later. So we're this is where we're starting to kind of split. You're seeing we're using two different arena teams and things like that. And so there's a split here. We got to a certain point, farmed a lot of things together at the same time. And this is kind of where the split is starting to happen. He's still focused going towards Darth Revan. I'm really geared towards trying to get to gas as soon as I can. Phoenix, not much going on here. Again, if I ever find them all glowing, I'll go ahead and take them up to the next gear tier. But that's really about it. Rest of the Rebels. Rebels give me a headache. I'm going to explain why.
There's just too many of them, man.
There's too many of them, and like almost all of them are needed for ships.
You just want to gather them all together and just shoot a big lightning bolt at them and take out all their ships at once.
Yeah. So, this is the problem I have with them, because that just means we're gonna increase my galactic power, and the only thing I really need them for is ships. Like Geos give me a really good defensive team / offensive team, Grand Arena Territory Wars, as well as contributing in ships. Most of these rebels don't contribute that much for me in Grand Arena, and so it's really, really hard for me to get in here and gear these guys. But I'm gonna have to. Once I unlock MILF, I need these guys to be geared. Like I'm gonna need Biggs at gear 12. I'm gonna need Wedge at gear 12. We're gonna need Biston and Scarab Rebel Pathfinder to gear 11. K2SO, Cassian Andor, and Jin, I need to gear 11. So I'm gonna have to swallow it, bite the bullet, and just do it. Ezra, Chopper, and Hera are going to be needed at gear 11 as well. CLS is very good with Han and Chewie. Now, I have no problem with gearing up Han, Chewie, CLS, Old Ben. They're a great team together. R2-D2 is another character I don't mind really gearing up. There's just so many rebels in this game. And it's really hard. Think they can counter gas? Yes, they can definitely counter gas. Vive la Resistance. Haven't done much here. I did farm Resistance Pilot out of Galactic War Store, so he's at 330 now, which I didn't even need 330. So I have some extra that'll bleed over. Starting to farm Poe Dameron over in Cantina. I think is where he shows up at. Yeah, Cantina. Haven't touched Resistance Hero Finn or Poe. So these guys are still down the road. I'll be going after Veteran Smuggler, Han, and Chewie before I go after Rose Tico and Amlin Holdo. Excuse me. Rey and Finn.
Corona.
Rey and Finn are going to be needed along with BB-8 with the vets for the Jedi Trading Rey event. So we'll end up getting these guys first. Might as well relic them as you're going along at this point, because you're going to need them relicked to get Galactic Legends Rey. So yeah, those guys aren't really touching right now. Separatists, again, haven't done much here with Separatists. General Grievous, 252 shards. Newt Gunray finally finished farming that at 330. Currently farming Asajj. So yeah, I'm pretty close here. Even if I get these guys all at 5 stars, the droids, I can actually start working on them. Grievous is past 5 stars at this point. We're 100 shards, less than 100 shards. Was it 98 shards away from 7-star General Grievous? So he is on the 7-star climb. AR says, I'm working on CLS as a side project for my account. CLS is great, man. He's actually fairly easily to get compared to the other Hero's Journey characters. Sith, Darth Traya, 284 shards. I don't have a team for Traya, and she's almost 7 stars. I don't know how I feel about this. I really don't know how I feel about this. I'm gonna have to really look into kind of getting that this Traya team going. I just don't know what I'd. Obviously, we'd have the Triumvirate, right? You need Nihilus, you need Scion, along with Darth Traya. But I may put Sith Trooper. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll end up farming Sith Trooper because BB-8 is any first order character. There's no specific first order characters needed for that. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll farm up Sith Trooper. I need to start farming Nihilus and Scion here soon as well. Darth Asta working on CLS now, should have it within 2 weeks. That's awesome, man. That's fantastic. Sith Empire HK47 is we've got the star count, the shards. Haven't activated him. Not going to activate him. Again, I'm a ways away from that. Stop chewing on my chair. Dog likes chewing on my freaking chair. Set is an easier farm than Scion, and you can use him on that team. So yes, Sith Empire Trooper is an easier farm than Scion. However, I have both nodes unlocked for Scion. And we also need Kylo Ren's command shuttle to get the finalizer. On top of that, obviously the Triumvirate works better when you have Scion and Nihilus together. Hence the Triumvirate. They all kind of play off of each other. So,
and just kind of a random side note, for newer players. So go to the fleets, since you're the one casting the fleet battles, and go to the hard 4 section.
Oh,
for newer players, his node is semi-easy to get to and to 3-star. That Jolie Bindo node is a pain in the face.
Yeah.
Unless you followed a guide or knew what you were doing and went straight for geos and went hard into geos, that Jolie node is difficult. So on my main account, I had Scion 7-star before I even 1-starred that Jolie node, just because I didn't have anything else to farm. So for some people, like if you're not boosting your account, it's not that bad to farm him.
Yeah, having two nodes to farm him off of isn't that bad. So I'll be picking up another farm here soon once I finish off Carthanasi, and it's probably going to be Scion off of fleets.
Yeah, I farmed him completely out of fleet battles. And
actually, I lied. It's going to be Shakti because that's what I'm working on.
Didn't even register. I don't even remember doing it.
So speaking of fleets, let's go here in our ships. And you can see my favorites here. That's the wrong one. So these are my favorites right now. Working on more so on bounty hunter teams, more so than anything else, so I can try to get to Han's Millennium Falcon. Hyena Bomber I've been getting every day, obviously, because it's part of Droidica's farm. So you get that regardless. Oh no, not Hyena Bomber. I'm sorry, Xanadu Blood is that way. Hyena Bomber I've not been getting every day. And that'll largely account for my crystal intake right now is so low. And so I haven't been actually farming him and trying to get Anakin to gear 13. Slave 1, I haven't been grabbing as much. I only grab this right now as I see it over in Fleets, the Fleet store. Xanadu Blood is going to be with Droidica and 8B hard, so it's part of that node is giving me 2 things to farm that I need right now. IG 2000, I always have to remind myself to go do this because I already have Poggle. So just a side note, if you're farming geos, try to farm Poggle out of this because you need IG 2000's ship anyway. So unless you're just trying to go hard to geos really quickly, I would not farm him out of the Galactic War store. I'd farm him out of that hard node because of IG 2000 ship. And then I got Umbaran Starfighter, as you can see, 200 shards already. So starting to kind of work on that Galactic Republic. So let's go to light side. Ahsoka Tano's ship is pretty much done. We've got Ghost, Phantom 2, Bison's U-Wing, Wedge, Biggs, Cassian U-Wing, all at 7 stars. Home 1 is 10 shards away, so the next time this comes around, we'll have this at 7 stars. Ships are pretty important. Yes, they are. So we'll have this at 7 stars once the next time Home 1 comes around. Super, super important. As AR Movie Trailer said, and I'm starting to get to the point to where I really got to gear up these underlying characters for my Rebels. The Gear 8 is not going to cut it. To be honest with you, once we're able to unlock Han's Millennium Falcon, I really need them at Gear 11 to be able to max out their ships. And so that is something I'm going to have to work on. Obviously, the only character that's not light side that we'll go to here in a minute ship is going to be the Houndstooth, Boss Houndstooth. And as you all know, Boss I already have at Gear 11, so his ship is doing just fine. Speaking of which, let's head over to the dark side, which I've spent a lot more time on. Hyena Bomber ship is maxed out outside of star count. Same thing with Vulture Droid, maxed out outside of star count and his reinforcement ability. So we gotta work on Slave 1 here. Everybody trails, have a great night, guys. I have to go. I am really sorry. I would love to continue, but the dog needs that walk. My mommy is getting mad. I'll watch the replay. Love you guys. Hey, man, take care of that dog. Have fun walking that dog, man. Xanadu Blood. from everything I've seen and what I've done on my main account, I actually don't need to really work on this ship. I just need him at 7 stars to be able to get MILF unlocked. So IG 2000 is going to be the same way. Get him unlocked and probably level it outside of level 1. I could probably get away with just having that level 1. But really, having Houndstooth and Slave 1, you can get through that whole entire thing for the most part with just those two leveled up and having their abilities on them. I'll probably do one other one, probably Xanadu Blood, or maybe probably IG 2000 to be honest with you, because I'm going to want to use this over with Separatists once I have the Malevolence unlocked. Geos have been done for a long time. Tide Vance here is coming up on 5 stars. I haven't even really been farming this, so just getting it here and there as I see it. It's just kind of one of those back burner type of farms that I've got going on. TIE Silencer we'll be able to finish off once we finish off Crew at 7 stars, so that's coming along as well. Executrix 75 out of 100. So I need 2 more of the events to be able to get Executrix to 7 stars. Malevolence is 70 out of 145. Why IG with the Malevolence? It was recommended. I have to go through and look through some of the other gameplay of the Malevolence. People may not be actually using that ship anymore, but for Malevolence, because it interacts with droids and IG 2000 is a droid ship, this will actually interact with Hyena Bomber and Vulture Droid a lot through the reconstruct protocol. So at the start of each turn, let's go to 8. At the start of each turn, the IG 2000 recovers 8% health. It also gains 8% offense for each debuffed enemy. Other droid allies gain half these amounts. Yep, the droid synergy. So that's the reason for IG 2000. The main fleet will be you'll have Hyena Bomber, Vulture Droid, and Sunfac, and then Spy and Soldier coming off the bench, potentially Houndstooth, but really when you talk about Grand Arena, Houndstooth is going to go with Home 1. So we're really talking about Hyena Bomber, Vulture Droid, Sunfac, Spy, Soldier, and IG 2000. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 and 3, which I think is the. You got 4 reinforcements, right? Once you get them 7 stars. And so that last one, if I'm using him over in Arena, is probably just going to be Houndstooth in there. So it'll probably be Vulture Droid, Hyena Bomber, with probably Houndstooth starting off and bringing the Geos in all off the bench, and then IG 2000 being the last reinforcement slot. So Chimera will be able to go to 7 stars once I get Home 1 to 7 stars, which is awesome. Levi, what's going on, man? Wish they had allies on ship battles. I mean, what they give you? Capital ship? I don't know. Maybe an actual just a ship to use. That's an interesting thing there. So yeah, and then Malevolence, I'm about halfway there. We got GOTBs coming up soon. Pretty excited about that. As far as that's concerned. Moving on to my shipments. So as you guys know, this stuff is going to be super important to have as much as you can, because you can later on use this to convert in relics. Cantina battles, my farm here is Poe Dameron, right down here at the bottom. Guild store, I am grabbing gear, but as you all know, I'm always looking for low gray. So low gray showed up twice today. It's been showing up the past couple of days finally. Hopefully this will continue as I get him to 7 stars. Squad Arena is a Saj Ventress. She's going to be needed to get gas and is great in Night Sisters. Galactic War Store, this is pretty much all going into currency for the shard shop right now. So, mod store. Now, I've got 56.5 million. If you guys were watching the stream yesterday, I was talking about some of this. So, this is where you want to kind of look. So, here's a good one here, right? The square is always offense, so that's not going to change for the primary stat. But we do have speed here and some more offense. So I'm actually going to get this one. And this is a way to get your actual mods. Here's a potency mod with speed. I'll need that. Health mod with accuracy. Don't really care about that. This one's always defense. The diamond. And this is an offense mod. Now this does have offense percent. So I may not actually grab that one. Let's check out this guy. Health with double offense in here on a crit chance, or crit damage. No, it's crit chance. Yeah, crit chance here. So I'm actually going to grab that. Then we got a crit damage here with potency. Also with offense in the secondary. Double offense in the secondary. I'm going to grab this as well. Really good for your bounty hunters. So typically don't have a lot of those. Such a BS stat and accuracy. You can put on Cad Bane. Cad Bane uses accuracy. Fleet Arena. I'm actually going to be saving this up over the next couple days. With the 2 challenges or 3 challenges that are coming up before Grand Arena, I'll be able to get 6 Zeta mats. I need 2 more, so I'm going to have to get those here at a Fleet Arena store. But I have been grabbing Resistance X-Wing, Clone Sergeants, Arc, what is this, Arc 17 or whatever it is, and then try to finish up these clones, Echo and stuff like that. All right, get one. I am officially saving. I've got 7-star Hermit Yoda. Get one. I'm saving up so that once we get to General Skywalker, I can pretty much go as quick as possible to get him to 7 stars. So I'm just saving that up. Remember last time I didn't save it up, and I got Malik unlocked, and I couldn't take him up. So I ended up actually spending it. I was saving it, and I ended up spending it. So not really grabbing gear from out of here right now. It's really hard for me not to because I got plenty of currency. But I'm not. I'm going to continue to try to hold off on that. And then get to is going straight for Malevolence. Championship store gear. I'm hoping this right here, this Armatech MK12 Armatech Fusion Furnace salvage piece shows up again after refresh. Which is the only reason why I'm not using this right now, because this is the piece I need to finish off Anakin. So just grabbing gear out of this. Same over here with the shard store. Just grabbing gear. Gear, as you guys can see here. Stay strong. Don't spin, get one. Like I do. I'm trying. It's free to play. It's a little harder to get some of that stuff, so sometimes. So that's my account. We're going to kick it over here to Evo. So he can go over his.
Yeah. I'm playing around on this spare account. Trying to see if I can play it from time to time and just focus on teams needed for like dark side Geonosian territory battles.
Okay.
But yeah. That's why I've been quiet. Just kind of playing around with that. All right. 1 year in. Just like to start by saying that I'm winning.
You're winning.
I'm winning. Just because of the arena rank, which this is an absolutely horrible arena rank right now. I'm usually above 100, but tell you, man, should have gone with Revan. I know you like Padme and you wish she had midriff, but you should have just gone with Revan.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
Where's your fleet rank at now?
40.
Oh, so I'm right there.
Yeah.
I'm close. I am close. I'm going to start this with a day in the life of Evo. So, what I do when I'm on the game, like what I'm farming, what I do like throughout my day as far as like farming goes. So I've been starting my day because I know I need to focus on the ships because I need MILF. So I've been starting my day by spending my first energy right here, working on IG-2000 and Xanadu Blood, so that I know I'm hitting them every day and I'm not missing them. I've leveled them up for some reason. I don't know why. Just thought they look pretty leveled up. So I'm not leveling them any further than they are. But yeah, I am grabbing them every day, just trying to get MILF on this account because MILF is awesome. Slave 1 is 53 shards away from 7-star.
Very nice.
Houndstooth is Dunzo. Then I go from there and I start spending on the rest of my tunes here. Obviously, mods are going into mod pieces so that I can the upgrade pieces so I can upgrade things. I don't know why I have 564 of this piece. I guess I don't use it ever. I do not have 500 of all the pieces. My Cantina energy is going into my relics at the moment. So I'm working on Relic 5 for my main team, which is my Revan team. So Yoda is the one I'm working on currently. He is Relic 4. And I'm just going in here and spending for these pieces. So almost there. I'll have him Relic 5 tomorrow. Regular energy once I'm done with the ships, because the ships both use the regular energy. What am I working on? I am working on Basilishan Fallen, which I actually have not farmed her yet today. I'm actually going to spend because I spent too much working on gear. And she's the only hard node that I'm farming right now. She is further behind on shards than Juhani is. So I'm focusing on her shards, and then I'm saving up for the shard packs. Trying to get Juhani, Canderous, and Basilishan Fallen, trying to keep them right around the same level so that I don't max one person out, and then the shard packs are going towards. They're already going towards like Karthanasi that I already have maxed out, but I'm trying to use those shard packs to boost my progress for that. So Basilishan Fallen is the only one I do hard node, and then the rest of my energy goes into trying to get Basila geared. She's gear 12 finally.
Nice.
Working towards gear 13, 3 pieces away, and they're just very annoying pieces. So most of them are actually ship energy, which is where most of my ship energy is going. But I do also make sure in ships. Actually, I don't know if I did it today, to be honest. I farm B1 Battle Droid first. And then I go and I farm Shakti. So it looks like I didn't finish my Shakti farm today. But...
You're going to be on Shakti.
Am I?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
You're almost at 5 stars, and I'm barely at 3 on Shakti. Granted, you were also ahead of me on Karth. So I don't know if you guys remember, he actually got to the Karthanasi farm before I did, and he's been ahead of me on actually the fleet farming this entire time.
Nice.
I think I'm ahead of you on B1 though.
Probably are. I don't want him right now. So yeah, that's where I'm spending everything right now. Going through working on grabbing Nuke Gunray out of here. Asajj Ventress. Yep. Logray is always in my store dog. That's I never had trouble with the stores.
Oh yeah, the same thing with Dengar. He had Dengar 7 stars before I did, And it took me
Yeah,
a month afterwards to get Dengar to 7 stars. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, Dengar was like a rolling joke for quite a while. I'm not gonna spend on this.
Now it's low gray. Low gray is my new Dengar. So
Yeah, I think. Where are you at on low gray shards?
low gray I've got at 5 stars, 57 out of 85.
57 out of 85. So you're 100 and what, like 30, 128 short, right? So I'm 150. Yeah, I'm 142 short. So I'm only about 20. You're only about 20 some ahead of me. I don't remember the numbers that I said.
Mm-hmm.
You're only about 20 some ahead of me, and I haven't been focusing on low gray at all. I just grab them when I feel like it.
Yeah.
So, where was I at? Galactic War Store just goes to shards. Fleet Arena Store. Just kind of, I scroll through. Like I grab some Plo Koons when I see it. I need to start grabbing Chirrut more often because he's good. And then I was grabbing the ability Material Omegas. You know what? I'm going to still grab them because I actually need a lot of those for basic abilities. So I'm going to keep grabbing those for now. And then I'm going to go throw all of them on Padme as soon as I'm done here. Field events. I'm not scrolling down. I had over 5,000 this morning. I've spent some.
You scrolled down, didn't you?
No, I was working on Bastila gear, and I kept finding pieces that were there. And then I just grab stuff out of here as I need them. I know I'll need lots of that. Yeah, Bastila. That's all. Some good Bastila stuff. I like it. Working on Ezra. It's for Geos.
Chirotex. Always get those Chirotex. Those are needed for Malik, Darth Revan, pretty much any new character.
And then I'm not going to scroll down. I'm going to go ahead and spend time on that. But yeah, that's what my daily farming looks like. Where did I get all those from? Yeah, I can wait to do that. Alright, I am working on Padme. You're welcome, Darth Asta. No, that wasn't Darth Asta, it was DSP.
DSP, yeah.
DSP.
I think everyone was saying, hey, you need to...
do these.
As you were complaining about Grand Arena.
Yeah, her abilities are all maxed out now. I'll go through and figure out her mods. She's just got some mods tossed on her right now. But yeah, at least the abilities are done. And then who else is it with her? Galactic Republic. I'm using R2. Ooh, look at that. I'll take that. Do I want to throw a Zeta on R2?
Combat analysis or
just spells all debuffs.
I think it's number crunch is the big one. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and do that. That'll help.
Darth Asa actually just put a Zeta on Padme leadership today. Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Sokotano. Oh, already spent them all. Oh. Work on some Barris there. Barris is about to get some purple going. Barris is a little behind. Oh, that's funny.
Yep.
Yeah, I know Darth Asda.
Need to farm JK. Hey, bad.
Oh, bonus. I'm so glad they fixed that upgrade button. And then I need to work on her mods. So hey, I might actually be able to use her now. She's better geared than Ahsoka. What? Get it out of here. What I should do is gear up 5s throw 5s in there. That's what I should do. We'll look into that. Anyway, let's start here with a quick roster review. We'll blow through it. 501st, obviously, they're not activated. They are... Echo is still not done yet. So 5s and Rex are done. Echo is almost done. Bounty Hunters, I don't think I've done anything with. I'm going to go ahead and throw these pieces on Greedo, assuming what they are. Yep, that looks good. Only one piece. So yeah, I'm just tossing gear on them as I get them. Obviously, Bosk is as high as he can go until I get him 7-star, but I haven't been working on a 7-star. I got to figure out time to do that. Once I'm done with those ships, so that I can get MILF, I'll stop them at 5-star so that I can go in. No need for 5 Zeta if you use them on Padme team. Huh, didn't know that.
Should still Zeta him because you're gonna need him anyways for Shakti. Once you actually get the right team for Padme.
So, yeah, I mean, this is where I'm at with them. I'll farm Bosk once I'm done. Once I have MILF, I'll get off the ships and I'll go back to Bosk. But yeah, it's kind of where they're sitting. They're still one of my better teams on the account, even though I haven't worked on them in a while. Empire is just kind of chilling. Go ahead and toss some gear on.
Well, looking better than my Empire does right now.
They're probably my third best team, third or fourth at this point. Ewoks, grabbing them as I see them. I'm not working on Wicket directly, just when he has a piece of gear that I need, I try and farm him completely. Ewok Elder is 150, 185, 250. So he's 30 shards away from 7-star. So he's almost done. Chirpa's got a long way to go. Wicket's got a long way to go. Logre's about halfway there. Poplo. 50 shards left, 60 shards left, somewhere in there.
Yeah, so that's the funny thing. Like, you went towards Darth Revan route, and I went towards C-3PO route, and
Right.
and that's that split, right? If you look at Evo's, which I'm sure he'll go over here soon, Old Republic. Once he gets to that, you'll see that they're much farther along than mine are, but my Ewoks are much farther along than his are. So it's a trade-off.
First Order. To quote a YouTuber, nobody's bowing to them right now. Do you remember saying that?
What YouTuber was that?
That was you. Supreme Leader Kylo coming along strong.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
All that gold.
Oh, put the helmet on, man. Come on.
He's got to put it on in battle only. He walks around with it.
No, he needs to keep it on. That's why he is no Vader, man. You never saw Vader without his helmet on unless somebody creeped into his room while he was getting some treatments done. Right?
Yeah, it's because he couldn't live without it.
Galactic Republic. So yeah, Padme. We just saw those. Padme, R2, Ahsoka. That's kind of the side chick team that I'm working on. Barriss is now, getting more respectable. I need to work on mods for all of them. And then probably by the next stream, I'll have some work put into 5s just to get him rolling. I'm a long ways away from C-3PO. Jedi Knight Anakin is not even in the conversation right now. Where do we farm him? Is he Cantina? Well, he's Cantina and Hardnet.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a farm for after your Kinder's farm.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Geos, like I said, if I see gear that they need, I'll grab it. Otherwise, and then I'll toss it on them. But I don't really think I've completed any of their gear lately, so they're just kind of chilling. They still hold up for me in Grand Arena, so I'm happy with them. I don't do anything with Imperial Troopers. Jedi is my main team right now. Bastla's the only lonely one over here that's not relic. Nothing going on with Night Sisters. Been grabbing some old Daka and Asajj. Old Republic, obviously I'm putting some work into. Jahani is almost 6-star. Everybody else is done. I just need to work on their gear so that I can get Darth Revan and then Malak right after. So I want to put Zetas on Zalabar mission. It's the Revan plus 4, right? So it's Revan, Jolie, Bastila, Zalabar mission.
Yep.
Then Darth Revan, Karth, Canderous, then the other two.
Yep. HK and Bastila.
Yeah, HK and Bastila. Perfect. So yeah, Bastila is obviously she's my furthest one for that team right now, but we're getting there. I'm getting her every day. We're getting there. Phoenix, haven't seen any movement on. Toss a piece on them here and there, as long as nobody that's above them needs it. Rebels, not working on anyone directly. I have CLS, Han, and Chewie, but I haven't maxed out their abilities or anything. So it is a team that I need to work on. I've maxed out his abilities, but no Zetas yet. It's a trio that I really want to work on. That way I can use them as a team in Grand Arena. But I'm focusing on the Padme team first. So once I get them a little more geared and their abilities are done, then I'll start tossing some Zetas over here. These guys take a lot of Zetas though, so it's rough.
They do. What is it? 3 for CLS, 2 for Chewie, and 1 for Han, right?
So many rebels. That sounds about right, yeah. Separatists, nothing particular going on here outside of the Geos. Magna Guard is... he's not as far along as I thought he was. So, he's coming along.
Holy moly.
What?
I'm sorry. I got real quick. I just gotta show you guys something from Territory Wars. I was just looking at the report. So this is my main account, just so you guys can see why I was so high on relicking Jolie. Relic 3 Jolie and Relic 3 Jedi Knight Revan. The rest are Gear 12. 15 defensive wins. 15. This is on the front, by the way.
Where are you even seeing that? I don't... That's not up anymore for me. Is it in the guild thing?
Yeah, if you go to the guild thing, you can still review it. 15 defensive wins. 15. That is freaking awesome. And then my side chick count, I don't have... It still had 3 defensive wins. So that was with Relic Kenobi 1. And then, so Relic 3. So almost identical. Almost. Relic 3 Jedi Knight Revan. Relic 3 Yoda. 3 with a Relic 1 General Kenobi. Had 3 defensive wins. Relic 3 Jedi Knight Revan and Relic 3 Jolie, with everyone else Gear 12, had 15 defensive wins, and this is on the front line. Yeah, 15 front line. Just so you guys see, I'm not like BSing.
I don't think I put mine on the front line. Where the hell did I... Oh, I put them on that that one node that they like us, filling out.
Yeah.
So they never got to that node.
Yeah. Sorry, I was reviewing and I was like, I wonder how well this team did.
It's very nice. 15.
Yep.
But yeah, so Magna Guard is about halfway there. B1 Battle Droid, still a long way to go. B2, about a third of the way there. Droidica, a long way to go. Grievous is about halfway there. Yeah, so this team is kind of all over the place. I really want to activate it and play around with it, but it's got a long way to go before it's maxed out. So Sith, Darth Traya, just chilling. Nihilus is 1 point from being able to be activated. Scion has got a ways to go. I could farm Scion. I've got his node unlocked. That would be another trio that I could use. So it's on my list, but it's kind of far down there. Sith Empire, we took a glance at. Bastila Shan Fallen is my main target there. And yeah, that's where we're at. 1.5 million on the GP. No changes with ships for me. Pretty much the team I use is going to be Houndstooth, the 3 Geos, and then I play around with Slave 1, Phantom 2, Ahsoka, Cassians. I kind of bounce around on who I use in there. Phantom 2s will lock in with the other guys, and then for my other one, it's either Slave 1 or Ahsoka, however I'm feeling at the moment. Yeah, that's what I got.
So, obviously we got the next 52 weeks, right? The next year. Evo, where are you hoping to be next year this time? What are you hoping to have unlocked? I think I've calculated it's probably about 1 million GP or so a year that you're going to get, just based off of my main account.
What is it? It's a what or so?
You're getting about a little bit over 1 million GP, gaining about 1 million GP a year. Approximately. It's a little bit more. It's like 1 point something, 1.5. There we go.
Wow.
So, another 1.5 million. Where do you hope to be at?
When you look at all the guys here that are favorited, that
didn't you favorite everything?
I can activate, and the ones that are, I'm working on between now and then, like we're gonna double our galactic power.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have the teams together. Like we've got stars that we haven't spent all over the place. So I think in a year on these accounts, we're gonna be pretty close to 3 million. I mean, how far in are we on? Well, what's your main account at?
Let me see.
I've got mine up right here.
I don't even know why I do that. I can just go look at it through the guild.
I mean, my main account's at 2.3.
My main.
But I'm focused a lot more tightly on that account. Like I'm working on specific teams and I'm maxing them out. This account, I've got multiple teams that I want to work on.
Yeah, my main is at 2.6.
And be able to use. So I think we're going to be at 3 million in a year.
Yeah,
I think we're going to double.
July is my 2-year mark for this account, for my main account. So I should be at right around 3 million.
Gotcha. So yeah, I mean, I want to have like all the three teams that I've been talking about. I want to have them done, like Traya, with her Nihilus and Scion. Why do you want to go against me, Darth Asta? Because I'm gonna like fall asleep on it and set something weird.
Just hit Division 5 for GA. I hope I get matched up.
I want Darth Malik to be done. What do I work on next after Darth Malik? So I don't know if in a year I can have gas, but if I don't have gas, I want to be real close to it because I really want gas, and I think on this account, once I'm through Darth Revan and Darth Malik, that I can switch over and start working my way towards gas.
Gotcha.
I like the teams that you have to build up towards gas. Like that's something that I want to work on.
Nice. Easy back row, man, when you don't place a team.
Hey, I took first place on that account.
Very
Just
nice.
saying. I cannot set back rows and take first place. Do you really want to go against me?
Darth Vasa's got a nice roster, man.
Who needs back rows? Where do you plan to be?
In a year? So I was trying to think about that, right? So, obviously I'm going for gas, like very, very strong, right? I'm gonna need C3PO for gas, and I'm getting very close to that. I'm gonna need these droids for gas, specifically these ones. It's all minus Grievous.
Man, all this gas talk is getting my tummy going, man.
Getting me a little gassy.
There's my dad joke, Darth Asta. You're welcome.
So let's look at gas's requirements real quick. So prereqs. I'm sorry, activity. So Shock T is going to be needed, and she really is my next farm. It's going to take me about 3 months to get Shock T.
Yeah, I'm slow grabbing her, so
Yeah.
I'm on my way there. I want C3PO. I want the Ewoks.
Yep. So C3PO I'm currently working towards, and I should have probably by the end of April at 7 stars, I would say.
I'm low key grabbing droids. Look, I'm working towards it and I don't even know it. Look at that.
You are. So, like I said, these are kind of my main farms. Actually, B1 or B2 Super Battle Droid, I forgot to say, is actually my Cantina farm. I completely forgot about that. The thing that I'm going to be behind on are these ships, I feel like, because I haven't started farming Anakin ship. So as soon as I get done with B1 getting B1 out of ships, I'll be going over to Anakin.
Oh,
Get
you're
off my
farming
mic.
in Cantina. Got it.
Yeah, in Cantina.
Gotcha. Where else does he show up? Guild store?
Yep. Where Clone Sergeant is.
Yeah.
Phase 1. So I'm already farming these other ships and working on like clone troopers and stuff like that. So these other ships are going to be good to go. I'm going to end up working on Mace because I'm getting Malevolence.
You have to have all those ships, don't you? I mean, only one of the capital ships, but you have to have all those ships, don't you?
You have to have Anakin. What's wrong, buddy?
Oh, ships, 1 out of 5.
Yeah, you
So
need 5.
Is it the capital ship and then 4 ships?
Yeah. Anakin's you need, right? So I'll get Anakin. I already have Plo Koon.
Anakin, Ahsoka, Plo Koon, and the
Umbaran.
5's ship, right?
This one.
Yeah.
Umbaran Starfighter. I think that's 5's. Yeah. So I'm getting pretty close here to kind of where I need to be at. I'm gonna have to work on Mace Windu and take him to Gear 11. I kind of cringe when I say that, but that's what we're gonna have to do in order to get this done.
You have to have it 7-star, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've got 85 shards for Negotiator, but I'm not gonna.
Right. And so it'd be a lot easier to take up Mace Windu. The ship battle isn't that hard on this. So really the hard part is actually the one where you need Asajj and the droids here. Is actually the harder of all 3 of the battles. So he should be going to where he's accessible at any time towards the when did he come out? What was that? October of last year, I believe. That's about right. So that's when he'll be able to he's just going to be there able to play. here's the cool thing. Malik is actually going to be able to be played at any time. Should be next month. Or the end of this month. End of this month, April. So we got Darth Revan a year ago in March. Directly followed by Malik. If you guys remember.
Mm-hmm.
So Malik, this will be a 1 year anniversary for Malik's event. And after that 1 year anniversary, you're able to just play the event whenever here in the Journey Guide. So Malik will be done here soon. Obviously Treya, getting that team together, the Triumvirate. I think I kind of already talked about this a little bit, but let's look at my Sith. I'm looking at a 4-man team to take in against Geos. I don't want to 5-man it. So really Darth Nihilus, Darth Treya, Scion, and Sith Trooper is probably what I'm going to have done, right? I want to take a stab at trying to get Supreme Leader Kylo by the end of the year. By the 52 weeks. I think that's doable. It's going to be close to the actual year mark probably, but I think it's doable. What do you think?
I think you can do it, man. I mean, you were the first one to have like Malik and all them ready.
Yeah.
It's too much for me to try to wrap my brain around. I'm not going that. I want gas. I'm aiming for gas.
Yeah, so I'm already in a good spot for getting towards gas. You look at my Ewoks, look at my ships. It's going to take some gearing of some characters that I don't want to gear, but I'm going to have to. Like Mace. I don't want to gear Mace, but I'm going to have to gear Mace. So I'm going to have to actually work on Mace and that fleet.
You have to have him at a specific gear level?
There's power requirements.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah. So it should be able to get through it with gear 11, I believe. Him being at gear 11 should take that ship to where it needs to be at. The other thing I really need to finish off on, and I really need to work on, is getting to CLS and getting my Rebel team with CLS done. So Han is 7 stars. I need to get Chewbacca 7 stars. Good old Ben here at 7 stars, and which we'll get old Ben to 7 stars in order to get CLS anyways. So this team is pretty much ready. I need to get old Ben and Luke, and I keep putting it off. I keep working on other things. And so really I need to take old Ben. He's over in Cantina, and really make him my next Cantina farm. After I finish off, I actually could probably transition into that. No, I can't. I gotta get. I gotta finish off B2 Super Battle Droid, who's in Cantina 6D. So I need to finish my droids first. And then IG-100 has a Cantina node as well. So once I finish up those 2 droids to 7 stars, I'll immediately go into Old Ben. So I can get him to 7 stars. And then I can work on Luke. So I'm looking at I'm looking at CLS with Han and Chewie. Right? Gas, I think, is a little bit farther down the road. There's a lot of pieces that go into gas.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to finish off my 2 separate droids that have Cantina nodes because I've already started working on them. I don't want to stop a farm. We'll have C-3PO unlocked because that's part of gas. We'll have Shock T and clones, all part of gas. So I'm gonna have quite a few nice arena teams, grand arena teams to be able to use. I also want at least one Relic 7 team, right? I have one Relic 7 team on my main account, which is coming up on 2 years. So I should have at least one Relic 7 team, if not close to 2. So Padme and probably Jedi Knight Revan by that time, because I'm probably not unlocking gas until closer to October. And then hopefully I'll have Supreme Leader Kylo Ren right before we get into the year mark. So 2 Relic 7, potentially 2 Relic 7 teams, definitely one, which will be Padme. Gas, CLS, and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. And then I'll work on Darth Revan and Alec.
Yeah, I want I'll do the same thing where I'll take my Darth Revan team to Relic 7. I don't know if I'll get 2 though.
So the nice thing is you can stop your, Jedi Knight Revan team at 5.
Yeah.
And then just start working on the you already have some of the Darth Revan team starting to come along.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So if I can have Padme team at Relic 7, Jedi Knight Revan team at Relic 5 with Hermit Yoda, Jolie Bindo, Jedi Knight Revan, and Bastila Shan. We'll be in a good spot. And starting to work on relics for... actually, I'll probably take clones to relics. That's probably what's going to happen. I'll still take Jedi to relic. They'll probably be relic 3. But if I could have clones relic 5 or better, that'd be actually better. By the time I unlock gas. That would actually be much better. So... that's what we're looking at, guys. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I think gas is absolutely doable. I think the far-fetched one for me is Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I think a lot of that is just because I'm not currently working on those guys. But realistically, it's really not that far away when I really think about it. Dude, what is wrong? So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren will be the pinnacle of the year for me. All right, guys. Well, we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Darth Asta, Levi, AR Movie Trailers. Thank you guys, as always, for coming by and hanging out with us on the Imperial Military Podcast Show. My name is Itachi. His name is
Evo.
And we'll catch you guys next time. All right. Peace out, y'all.
Like this.